Огромный выбор лучших бесплатных онлайн-игр на компьютер, а также приложений на ваш телефон. Оценивайте прямо сейчас. Ссылка находится в описании к видео.
I open this envelope, and there's a check there for the $1,200 plus interest. An apology note saying I've been avoiding you because I've been struggling, but I know you reached out for me when you were hurting, and I hear in your voice and the messages you left that you need this. And he said, so I scraped it together, and I can't thank you enough, and I hope this helps. That was an amount of money in those days I could live for 2 months on. And once again, I started crying. I remember like it was yesterday. And I thought to myself, what does this mean? What does this really mean? And as tears are pouring down my face, I just thought, this means the scarcity is over. I may face tough financial times again, but I will never live in scarcity again. Because what I know is that I did what was right. I didn't do what was easy. I didn't think about myself. I did what was right, and myself felt more alive than it's ever felt. And so I decided, I don't know if it's true, but I decided to believe that $1,200 came because I did what was right. And I swore to myself from that day forward, I would always do what's right. Whether it was hard, whether it was easy, doesn't fucking matter. And I have never looked back in my life. I've had tough financial times, but I've never experienced scarcity again. And if I could give you a gift as friends and family, it's to end the scarcity inside you. And the way you do that is you stop believing your own thoughts. Just because you have had money in the past doesn't mean you won't in the near future. And I can promise you that if you'll invest in yourself when it's hard, those investments give you 10 times the return. When I met Warren Buffett for writing this book, I asked him, what's the most important investment you make? He said, Tony, you teach it. I said, I teach it? He goes, yes, it's investing in yourself. He said, the greatest investment I made, the one that made me a multi-billionaire, was going to Dale Carnegie. I said, you're shitting it. He goes, no, it didn't teach me to make money. It taught me to communicate my thoughts, which is what's made me all my money. Because that's how I got people to give me their money so I could invest it in the first place. If you'll invest in yourself, if you'll do what's right, if you'll give when you have nothing to give, scarcity will end. See, if you won't give a dime out of a dollar, I can promise you, you're not going to give $1 million out of 10 or 100 million out of a billion. But if you start wherever you are, then the freedom that I think every one of you desires and deserves will be yours. But you gotta stuff the fuck up. You gotta put yourself in proximity. You gotta train this brain to do what's right by feeding it every day. You gotta train this body to go for it and do what you tell it to do. You gotta put yourself in proximity with the best, whatever it takes, even if it's uncomfortable. And if you do all that, and you give instead of take, game over. So we're gonna go to lunch in a few minutes, not just yet. And when you're at lunch, I want you to figure out all the new ways to get your leads. When you come back, we're gonna build a business for you. We're gonna help you build a business structure that will create tremendous abundance. And you're gonna look back on these days in London and go, holy fuck, some of the best decisions I ever made in my life. And it won't end. If you're smart, you'll do it again next year, you'll do it again the year after, and more importantly, teach your team to do it as well. So my invitation to you is step up, let go of the scarcity, put yourself on the line, do the things you know are gonna make you stronger, even if they're hard to do. If it's hard, do it hard. If it's easy, do it easy, but fucking do it. And if you do that consistently, it's a whole new game.